If you're thinking of visiting Cambridge, then the Cambridge Food and Drink Week is a great place to start. It starts on the 9th of May and ends on the 17th, and it's where the city comes alive with restaurants and bars offering exclusive deals. Now I know many people that come to visit Cambridge do so for the day. They come off the coach, they walk around, they take photographs, they get back on the coach and they go home. And I think that's a real shame because Cambridge isn't really a one-day place. There's so much more to it, and I think they're missing out on not only great sights and great history, but great food. And I've always said the best way of exploring a city is by eating through it, because you learn all the stories, the history, the culture. So what I'm going to be doing today is going through some of the trails that are provided on the Love Cambridge website. There's 3 maps. One's a sweet treat trail, one's an independent trail, and one's a cocktail trail. Now, if you want to, you can go through the cocktail trail all you like and just kind of plough through them and have quite a time. But what I'd recommend you do is actually go through some of them individually and just handpick ones that take your fancy. So for example, if you go through the Independence Trail, you can pick out a nice place for lunch, and then go onto the Sweet Treats Trail, and then maybe pick out something for dessert. And then maybe if you're feeling like the cocktail would go down quite well now, then obviously go and have a cocktail. So it's a great time to visit. May is quite a good time for Cambridge. As you can see, it's sunny. I'm in my t-shirt, I've got my shades on. It's a pleasant place to be. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you some of these trails that are available on the Love Cambridge website and help you navigate. So today I'm going to be showing you the Independence Trail. Now this is downloadable on the Love Cambridge website, and as you can see, it's like a map of Cambridge with different hand-picked locations across the city. So when you look through this list, you'll know that they're picked specifically because they're popular and well known with the locals. So you're in good hands there. As you can see, you've got Bridges Cafe, Cambridge Market, Hot Numbers, the Gonville Kitchen and Giovanni's. So I'm a big fan of a lot of these, so they're all good choices. It feels like you're on a bit of a journey. You're kind of walking around, ticking boxes, making sure that you're kind of walking around all the important historic parts. As you can see, that you're going through lots of these really kind of like windy streets, the historical parts, so you're getting some scenic routes, if you like, while you're walking between the places. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And what I'll also be doing is going through some cocktails as well, because I just can't eat at 6 places in one day, even for me. So I'm starting here at the Orator, which is where I'm drinking my cocktail now, but you've got Cambridge Gin Labs, Taboosh. So Taboosh is a great place. La Raza is another popular one. So if you're looking for cocktails, they're £7.50 each during Cambridge Food and Drink Week. So trust the map and you shall save. And finally, you've got the Sweet Treats Trail. Now this is very much like the Independent Trail and the Cocktail Trail. The only difference being, of course, is that you're going to be eating a lot of sweet treats, and let's be honest, there's a lot of sweet treats around Cambridge. You've got some iconic institutions here. You've got Fitzbilly's, which is very, very popular in the city. Aromi on Pease Hill, which does incredible ice cream. Spoonstruck is a remarkable place. I went there the other day and it was absolutely incredible, and they serve absolutely world-class gelato. And also they've got one of my personal favourites on here, the Cherry Pit, which is quite new on the scene, but does absolutely incredible cherry pie and apple pie. I think they even do pumpkin pie as well. So for you homesick Americans thinking of visiting, the Cherry Pit down King Street is a great option. Starting off at the Orator, which is right near the Round Church, so it's very central in Cambridge, and it's known for having an absolutely stunning garden. And I mean, I'm sitting in here now and you've got a beautiful historic church just coming onto the back of it. You can see St John's from here, and the building itself is absolutely gorgeous. I'll do some panning shots so you can appreciate it, but it's a real nice tranquil area in quite a bustling part of Cambridge, so it's a good escape, and they do some great cocktails here. So I've got myself here one called the Shrubbery, which may or may not be a reference to Monty Python's The Holy Grail, I'm not too sure. But all I do know is that it's a tequila-based cocktail, It's absolutely delicious, and it only cost me £7, which is an absolute steal for Cambridge, especially in the centre. So take advantage of that while you can. One of the best things about the Cambridge Food and Drink Week is that the trails encourage you to visit places that you wouldn't normally try. Now, I've followed the trail and it's taken me to Bridges, and this is a place that I've known of for a very long time as a local, and I've never managed to make it. But here I am today, and I'm so glad I did, because I'm sitting here right now with a gammon thick cut cheddar sandwich, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm sat out here now in front of the church in the sun, enjoying life. It's a great place to be. The coconut milk works, so that's good, yeah. Right, so I'm just outside Bird and Blend, which is the next stop on our trail. It does tea, every kind of tea you could possibly think of. I mean, they had walls and walls of the stuff, loose leaf, you name it. Now, I treated myself to a very refreshing, sustainably sourced vanilla matcha, which is all the craze at the moment, of course, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I highly recommend you give this one a go. It's on Green Street, which is one of the most beautiful streets in the whole of Cambridge, one of my favourite streets. So you get a nice scenic walk down there, have a nice cup of loose leaf tea, and then off you go, fresh as a daisy, to explore the rest of the city. Right, the next stop on our trail is the Cambridge Market. Now this is an absolutely fantastic place to go because it's in the dead centre of Cambridge, right near King's College. There's so much choice in a small area, great value because these stalls don't have the overheads of a shop, and you know, the sun's out and people are sitting in the centre on the water fountain, having a chat, feeding the pigeons, and life's good, you know. So I highly recommend you stop by here because there's lots of independents and they've all got a story behind them. I've talked to several of them here today and they've all got a story to tell. So definitely worth a visit if you're thinking of coming to Cambridge, especially if you want to eat on the go. I mean, there is something to be said, of course, about sitting down and soaking up Cambridge, but if you know, if time's really a factor, you can come in here, you can just grab something fast, something tasty, and off you go. So definitely a good shout, definitely worth looking at. And you don't really know how much quality there is until you actually walk through the middle of it. A lot of people, myself included, kind of walk past it sometimes and neglect it somewhat. So I think, you know, it can be one of those places that you can walk by and miss. And you really are missing out if you don't go in there. So definitely check it out. Oh, that's good. So the next stop on the trail is the Graduate Hotel. Now this is right on the river. overlooking the mill pond. You can see the punters coming up and down. It's an absolute prime location. Some of the best views in a beer garden in the city. The bar itself at the Graduate is beautiful, the service is really good. The only thing that's often bothered me about the Graduate is because of its prime location, it's often quite expensive. But of course, Cambridge Food and Drink Week, this little beauty, the Citrus Lagoon cocktail, is £7.50, so who's winning now? But this is why I like the trails, because you're putting your faith into the people that live and breathe the city. They work here, they've grown up here, and they have handpicked these locations because they know they're good. So if you're travelling to Cambridge, try and get here for Cambridge Food and Drink Week. Pick up one of the maps from the Love Cambridge website, download it, and just put your faith into them, because every single location I've been to today has been a slam dunk. And I've even found some places today that I've never visited, and I'm a local. So, you know, it's been a real win-win situation, and I highly recommend you give it a go. Cheers. Right, I'm off to hot numbers now. And I absolutely love this because I've lived in Cambridge all my life and I've never walked down this alleyway. So I do really feel like I'm exploring the city and seeing some places I wouldn't normally have visited. Right, I've made it to hot numbers. This is a place that's getting more popular in Cambridge by the day. It started off with one location on the outskirts of the city, and now there's probably 3 or 4 locations, I think. And this is the first time I've actually managed to come to this one, so I'm really pleased. Now, part of the Cambridge Food and Drink deal is £10 for a meat focaccia and some of their iconic coffee. Now, I say iconic because it is one of the most widely respected coffee roasters in the city. And they actually use science, that's right, science, how Cambridge is that, to get their bean balance absolutely right. They actually plug laptops in and analyse all the data to make sure the temperatures are right and blah, 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 blah. It all goes beyond me, but the results are an undeniable coffee. In fact, I'm drinking this black and that is absolutely just okay with me. I wouldn't normally have black coffee anywhere, but at hot numbers, makes all the difference. Right, that's me done for today. That's all the time we have, but I've had an absolute blast. It's been a great fun just exploring the city in a very different way, being able to do it at my own pace, picking and choosing how I do it, but also making some good savings along the way. So I'd definitely recommend it. If you're thinking of visiting Cambridge for the day or two, I highly recommend going during Cambridge Food and Drink Week from the 9th to the 17th of May, because this is different, this is unique, this is a lot of fun, and I've loved it. So thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.